Japan aids demining activities in Sri Lanka. The Japanese government recently donated over $625,000 to the non-profit Halo Trust to support humanitarian demining activities in northern Sri Lanka. The grant contract was signed on October 28, 2021, between His Excellency Akira Sugiyama, Ambassador of Japan to Sri Lanka, and Belinda Vaus, Head of Region of the Halo Trust. The Halo Trust, one of the largest humanitarian demining organizations, has removed mine contamination from 36.8 square kilometers of land in the country since 2002. This project will directly or indirectly improve the livelihoods of 12,500 local people, while 210,000 Sri Lankans have already benefited from Halo's mine removal activities. The Japanese government has contributed more than $40.1 million to support the 4 demining non-governmental organizations working in Sri Lanka. Japan is a Shining World Leadership Awards for Compassion, Generosity, and Animal Protection laureate. Kudos Japan and Halo Trust. May your partnership help to bring further safety to the beautiful Sri Lankans in Buddha's compassion.
Scientists discover signs of first planet ever observed beyond Milky Way. Astrophysicist Dr. Rosanne DiStefano and colleagues at the Harvard and Smithsonian Center for Astrophysics in the United States have found what they believe to be a planet about the size of Saturn, 28 million light-years away in the Messier 51 or Whirlpool Galaxy. This possible planet is part of a binary star system comprised of a neutron star or a black hole and a companion star 20 times bigger than our Sun. It was discovered using the National Aeronautics and Space Administration or NASA's Chandra X-ray telescope, which uses X-rays instead of visible light to detect planets. Thank you, Dr. Rosanne DiStefano and co-scientists, for this remarkable discovery that continues to remind us of how lucky we are to live on such an extraordinary planet. May all of humanity protect and cherish Earth in heaven's shielding.
Israel agrees to double the amount of fresh water to Jordan. The Israeli government recently decided to sell 50 million cubic meters of water per year in addition to the 45 million cubic meters already sold annually to the country. Jordan, the second most water-insecure nation on the planet, is landlocked and mostly desert. The state has been relying on water supply agreements with Israel and predecessor authorities for over 100 years. Her Excellency Karine El-Harar, Israel's Minister of Energy, stated, "We want good neighborly relations." The news was warmly welcomed by Gidon Bromberg, the Israeli director of EcoPeace Middle East, who said, "It represents the largest water sale in the history of the two countries." Israel is a Shining World Leadership Award for Humanitarianism and Caring recipient, as well as a Shining World Caring Leadership Award and Shining World Leadership Award for Peace laureate. Our praises, Israel, for helping your neighbor in need and setting an excellent example of how nations can work together in loving harmony. In the blessings of the divine, may your agreement help to bring the world closer together as we selflessly serve each other in peace.
United States study finds breathing meditation useful in minimizing pain. Dr. Alexandre da Silva and co-researchers from the University of Michigan have investigated 2 types of meditation and found that both are effective at reducing pain by affecting the somatosensory cortex of the brain. The first method is called traditional mindful breathing, where participants focused internally on taking breaths. The second method utilized virtual reality goggles for the participants to watch 3D lungs expand and contract in sync with their breathing while counting for certain periods as the lungs inflated and deflated. Both methods alleviated the discomfort by directing attention away from the brain's pain center. Dr. Da Silva explained that the virtual option might be more effective for people who have challenges quieting the mind when using the traditional method. Our appreciation, Dr. Alexandre da Silva and co-researchers, for helping to find alternative ways of treating discomfort. May all people suffering from pain find relief within as they heal themselves in the loving arms of God.
Teenager from Singapore sells his paintings to raise money for charity. 15-year-old Jaden Theo and Kai has sold nearly $60,000 worth of his artwork over the last 3 years, with all proceeds donated to the Children's Cancer Foundation and the Straits Times School Pocket Money Fund. Theo first felt the inspiration to help others when he visited Cambodia in 2012 and witnessed firsthand the dire situations that many children and families face. Since then, he has created the TED charity to encourage people to help less fortunate youth, worked diligently to learn painting skills, and held 2 art exhibitions. He stated, "We all can use whatever is within our means to help others." Such an inspiring story, Jaden, Theo and Kai, on your diligent and selfless efforts to assist vulnerable children. In celestial blessings, may your noble path be paved with good luck and abundant success as you further help to shine the light of charity on the world.
Large supermarket chains keep adding more vegan options. A recent report from the Fairer Initiative, a non-profit in the United Kingdom, presents data on 25 large global food retailers and manufacturers' use of alternative proteins and states that the retailers continue to increase their vegan product offerings. The actions have been prompted by growing demand from their customers for alternatives to animal people-based meat. It was also found that last year, plant-based food sales rose by 28% in Europe and 27% in the United States. Supermarket chain Tesco in the United Kingdom plans to triple meat substitute sales by 2025. And 93% of retailers have been promoting their plant-based items to encourage purchases. Wonderful news, Tesco and other major supermarkets, on your planet-friendly shift to plant-based proteins. In the love of heaven, may your entire meat aisles soon be replaced with delicious vegan goodness as we protect each other and all beings with our actions of compassion.
Wildlife rescuer braves freezing water to save injured penguin person. Greg Irons and Melissa Gard of the Tasmania-based Bonorong Wildlife Sanctuary were on holiday on the Tasman Peninsula in Australia, and while out walking, spotted a distressed penguin person drifting back out into the ocean. Concerned, Melissa instinctively jumped into the freezing water, still fully clothed. She guided the tiny Fiordland penguin person from New Zealand to shore. These delightful people from the penguin kingdom are rarely seen in Tasmanian waters. Dehydrated and emaciated, the Fiordland penguin person had lost his waterproofing and had a serious tail injury requiring urgent treatment. Melissa and Greg always carry an animal rescue kit and were able to rehydrate this injured traveler and arrange transport to take him to the Bonorong Wildlife Sanctuary for further care. Many thanks Melissa Gard and Greg Irons for rescuing this beautiful person from the Penguin Kingdom. We pray for the ongoing protection for these precious co-inhabitants in the guardianship of the Providence.